All right, good morning, boys and girls. We are in week 4 of our muscular strength and endurance training here. Again, my name is Miss Wynett, and this is Mr. Romer, and we are going to get right into it. All right.
It's recording, right? Yeah. All right, perfect. All right, so as usual, physical education. All right, so what you need today, it's totally up to you guys, but if you have like a yoga mat or towel and you want to put down for today, because we're going to be doing a couple yoga exercises. If not, try to find a soft surface like carpet or something, or even maybe like a towel or something to lay down. All right, yep, that's it. And then as usual, what we're going to be going over today is we're going to get right into the instant activity, getting your heart moving, getting that blood flowing, getting your muscles all loosened up. We're going to go over what we're learning today, our activity focus, and then we're going to end with review and closure with our flip grids. All right. So for our instant activity, we're going to do some Ironman warm-ups. All right. So we're going to jog in place for 30 seconds. So we can start with that one, and then we're just going to work our way around. All right. So if you guys find some open space, make sure hands in our front, hands side to side. Make sure you have open space. 30 seconds. We're going to jog. All right. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, nice job, guys. Now we're just going to go into some squat jumps. So we're going to do 5 of them. So when we do that, make sure you're getting low to the ground, getting that nice bend. Pretend like you're sitting in a chair, and you're going to jump as high as you can. Try to touch the ceiling, all right? Here. All right, so 5 of those. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. All right, next we're going to be doing some burpees. This is a really good cardiovascular endurance exercise. We're just going to do 5 of them real quick, all right? So what you're doing, you're going to go down in push-up position, touch your chest to the floor, and then jump. I can't touch the ceiling, all right? Let's go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice job. All right, now we're going to be moving jumping jacks. We're going to do 30 of them, Ironman, nice and big and strong. Always got to stay lean. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Nice job. All right, now we're going to do some lunges, 5 on each leg. So the way we do that, stay nice and tall, 1 foot down on the other, and you guys are just going to go and bend in the knee and try to touch that knee to the floor as best you can. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, switch legs, other foot out in front. Make sure you get that knee down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice job, guys. All right, now we're going to move into 10 planks with rotation. So when we do that, we're going to go into push-up position, side. We're just going to lift with our arms on the side like that. All right, so 10 alternate each side. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job, guys. All right, and then the last one we're going to be doing today is leg lift crunches. Really great ab workout for you guys. So I have to lay on the ground. And you're going to try to lift your legs up, see if you can touch them. All right, so we're going to do 10 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job, guys. I hope your heart's racing. Get your blood flowing, muscles loosen up. And right at the bottom there, we got Captain America. Do you want to do it 2 more times, or do you think that's good?
We're good with that.
All right, yeah.
Yep, your heart should be pumping right now because that was just a cardiovascular warm-up that we just did, guys.
Yeah. Big Iron Man workout. Really good. Back to right there. All right, so today we're going to be going over yoga, and this is definitely going to help with flexibility, a big one, muscular strength, and muscular endurance. So yoga is a very good exercise for all of that. And we'll go over.
Remember, yoga is not just for flexibility. While that is a big part of it, it also helps with your strength.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to say. All right, so some vocab from today, as usual. Form, I'm a big form guy. Form is very important, especially in yoga, probably the most important in yoga, because you don't want to hurt yourself, you don't want to injure yourself or stretch the wrong muscle, anything like that. So that's the placement of body parts during exercise. And then muscular endurance, that's the power of a muscle to keep on working. The max number of reps one can push, pull, or carry. How many push-ups can you do? How many sit-ups can you do? How many pull-ups can you do? Stuff like that. Muscular strength, the ability of muscles to work the max amount of weight one can lift, push, pull, or carry at one time. So that's going to be, your deadlift. How many, bench press. How much weight can you do in one push? Or deadlifts, how much can you lift at once in deadlifts? Flexibility, that's the ability of joints to move throughout their full range of motion. So like I said, we're going to kind of go over that with yoga. And that's your ability of your joints to move, shoulder, elbow, stuff like that. And then yoga, it's a Hindu spiritual and aesthetic discipline, a part of which including breathing control, simple meditation, and the adoption of specific body postures, and is very good for health and relaxation, which you will see today. All right, so we're going to get into the health activity today. So this is just kind of going over screens and like your screen time and why it's important to keep in mind.
For more information.
Oops. Yeah, we're all good.
All the stuff we like to do, like hang out and play video games with friends, or share funny stories we find online, is made possible in the digital age we're living in. Consoles like the Wii allow us to combine gaming time with social time and exercise. Also, most online games allow us to bring all our friends together to compete. With all these options, it's tough to balance all the other things we want and need to do, like see friends in person or finish that important school assignment. Being too preoccupied with only one part of our life can be unhealthy. However, it's easy to learn how to juggle our online and offline media use, schoolwork, exercise, socializing, and alone time. There are skills and strategies for prioritizing and managing time. Skills that will come in handy throughout life. Have you ever gotten video game brain after a long binge, where you feel like you've forgotten how to socialize with friends? Not to worry, I think we all have. It's normal to get off balance sometimes, but being introspective can help us realize how what we're doing can affect our well-being. What's it like to eat lunch at a table full of school friends? To have quiet time and just be yourself? To have a funny text or comment online? To be camping with the troop? To be playing video games with friends in the room? Without them in the room? Try to find the good parts of each of these activities and incorporate them equally into daily life. Here are some other strategies we can use to self-manage and self-balance. Understanding how our reactions to different activities impact us can help us overcome challenges in keeping our life balanced. Through small shifts in everyday activities or habits, I can tackle issues like ongoing sluggishness or my grade slipping. Pay attention to times when we are media-free. Create more of these opportunities. Noticing what a relief it can be to periodically disconnect from the internet leads to a genuine enjoyment of it. Schedule some times to meet friends, scouts, or classmates. Mix in things like sledding or ice skating in the winter, swimming or camping in the summer, and playing cards or producing music inside. Beware of the texter's neck. Leaning over phones and computers all the time puts serious strain on our necks and actually gives us back hunches. Slumping also affects self-esteem. Trying to impress someone? Get a confidence boost by sitting and standing up straight. You'll look and feel so much better. Having a balanced life feels great. In our digital culture, that means maximizing and balancing online and offline activities. We can always talk to siblings and parents, in addition to friends, for help managing a hectic schedule and finding time for socializing, school, entertainment, and exercise. These steps towards self-awareness help us to enjoy our daily lives to the fullest. For more information on
Alrighty, guys. So yep, as the video said, it just kind of goes over the importance of trying to stay away from your phone, trying to avoid looking at the screen, playing video games, and just trying to enjoy life. Go outside. I think they mentioned camping, hanging with friends, going for a bike ride. It's very important to get your exercise in and try to avoid screens. I know it's hard nowadays with the whole quarantine and everything, but it's so important to be physically active during a time like this. So, is there anything else you want to touch up on?
That was
I
pretty
think that's about it. Okay.
That being said, we are going to move into our first activity. So, like Mr. Rimmer had said in the beginning, yoga is very good for improving our flexibility and also our muscular strength and endurance. These poses are going to be challenging, but you can also add in modifications for them if you cannot do the full thing. All right, so remember, when we're doing yoga, we're focusing on our breaths, and just like our health activity focused on last week, we're also going to be thinking about being mindful. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with the downward dog, chaturanga to up dog. Our downward dog, your hands and your feet should always be a shoulder width apart. You're going to try and push your heels as far down as you can go. Put your head in a direct line with your spine down to the ground. Your body should look like it's in a V form. All right, when we're going to do the chaturanga, your hands are still a shoulder width apart. We're going to transition from the downward dog into that one. So we're going to start in our downward dog. Our hands will be a shoulder width apart. We're going to come down into a plank position, hold it, and then through that one, we're going to transition into our upward dog where you're going to lift your whole body off the ground except for the tops of your feet. So right there. All right, so remember for a chaturanga, when we're moving into that, we're going into the plank and we're holding it for a second in a 90-degree. So it'll be like a push-up almost, and then we're going to go down and move straight up through our up dog with our hands at our side. All right. So we're going to go through this and our other sequences a couple times in a row to work on it. So make sure you have adequate space. Make sure your fingertips are always spread for this. So we're going to start into our down dog. Make sure that body is in a V. If you can't push your feet heels, or if you can't push your heels all the way to the ground, that's okay, but try and push them down as far as you can. If that's too much for you, add a little give in with your knees. Alternate your knees there. Make sure you're focusing on your breathing. Take deep breaths in. And exhale it, and then we're going to move into our chaturanga. So remember, we're going to come down here, put your elbows onto a 90-degree, push up, move your feet to the back, push up off the bottom of your feet, into up dog. Look up at the sky. You want to really feel yourself elongating your body. All right, come back down. We're going to chaturanga again. And then we're going to go back into our downward dog. Again, you want to make sure you're pushing your heels down as far as you can by keeping your legs straight. And we're going to go back down into the chaturanga, 90-degree elbow, all the way down, and lift up into up dog. You should feel your arms working here and your back as well. All right. So that is our first yoga sequence that we're gonna do. Remember, it's down dog to a chaturanga to an up dog. All right. Oops. All right. Activity 2 is gonna be the dancer to the dolphin to the cobra pose. The dancer pose, you're gonna stand tall in your mountain pose first. What your mountain pose is like this. You're gonna face this way though, so you have space. You're gonna reach for the opposite leg that's behind you. Put your arm up, and then you're just going to lean into it. If you can, take it further and lift your leg up higher. If you need help, do it by a wall. Put your hand on that wall as you're leaning into it. All right, dolphin pose. Our dolphin pose here is just like the downward dog, except your toes are going to be up your body, still in a V. You're going to have your elbows on the ground. They're still a shoulder width apart, your fingers still spread. And you're going to lift up into a V. All right, you're keeping the same cues as we did with the down dog. You're going to keep your body in a V, except your toes will be up. This one is a little bit more challenging, but remember, if you need it, you can always bend your knees a little bit and give a little give into it. The cobra pose. Cobra is just like up dog, except you're not lifting your whole body up from the ground. All right, so like when we're in up dog, we can go all the way up and look up. When we're in cobra, you just lift up your chest. You should feel it elongated in your stomach. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure you're pulling your belly button back into your spine. All right. Oops. All right, so let's get started with that then. We're gonna start in our dancer's pose. All right, so stand in your mountain pose. Grab your foot, bring it back as far as you can. Hold the wall if you need to. Remember to breathe through it. If that's too much for you, you can just hold it right here. All right, you can also bring it up as far as you can go. All right, let that down slow from your position here. And you're gonna find the ground. Make sure your fingers are spread here. Put your elbows on the ground, fingers spread, shoulder width apart. And we're gonna go up into dolphin pose. Remember just to breathe through this position. Bend your knees in a little if you need to. All right, and from this position here, we're going to move almost like chaturanga into our cobra. So we're going to come up, go down, just remember lifting up just your chest, and breathe out right here. You almost sound like a snake. You can hiss a little bit if you want, and just go. And let that whole breath out from there. All right, go back up. Bring your feet back up. We're going to go back into our dancer's pose. All right, so remember, you want to try and lift your leg up as high as you can with your arm reaching out for the sky. All right, remember we're breathing through all these positions too. It should be hard, we're working on our strength here. All right, grab your foot, lean through it as far as you can go. Good job, guys. Remember, you can always grab that wall or just bring your leg down lower. Whatever you can do, all right? Bring that leg down slowly. All right, find your hands onto the mat or your carpet or your towel, whatever it is you have. Bring your feet back, elbows to the mat, fingers spread, shoulder width apart. And we're going to go up on our toes into our V. Remember, you want to keep your neck long and in line with your spine. You just hold it and breathe through it for a little bit. Bring your knees in. Do a little walk with them. All right, come back up. We're going to almost do a chaturanga and our cobra. And lift your chest and exhale. Yoga is not only great for flexibility and strength, but it's also great for keeping a healthy mind. All right, let's move into our third activity here, boys and girls. All right, remember, these poses are all done in sequences, but you can always just do one on its own to just get an extra stretch in or practice your balance as well.
Yep.
Hello. Oops, that was too far. All right. So our third activity here, we're going to be doing the locust pose, the seated twist, and the reverse tabletop pose. So our locust pose, you're going to be laying on your stomach, you're lifting your chest and your shoulders, and your feet behind you. If you can't lift your feet up, that's all right, but I'm going to show you what that looks like. So, laying fully on the ground here, with your arms behind you, your feet pointed, and you just lift. This one's going to be working your back a lot. If you can't lift your legs, that's all right. Lift your chest and your arms. But always try and challenge yourself to lift everything up and hold it and just breathe through that position, all right? All right, the next one we're going to be doing is the seated twist. All right, so you're going to be started, you're going to have your feet out in front of you. You're going to take one leg, you're going to cross it over you, put your arm on the side, your other arm a little bit behind you, and twist yourself. So I'll do it for this one so you can see me better. I'm twisting myself to the side. Make sure that your spine is straight and your foot that is twisted over top is always flat. All right, our reverse tabletop. You're going to be in a sitting position just like this, as we can see she did in the pose too. This is also how we play crab soccer almost in this position. You're gonna have your knees bent, your palms, your hands are gonna be facing your feet like that, right behind you, right below your shoulders. And you're gonna lift yourself up and create a table. This is how in crab soccer you can walk like this, but for this, we're only gonna hold it. You're gonna keep your head right here, and again, breathe through that pose. You're gonna feel it in your biceps. If you remember last week, we worked on our biceps. All right. So remember, we're doing the locust to the seated to the reverse tabletop here, all right? So we're gonna start on our tummies. Our palms are facing up towards the sky behind us, and we're going to lift up. Remember to breathe through all of these positions, and if it's too hard, feel free, you can lower your legs and just keep your chest and your palms up. All right, let that go. Breathe through it. You're gonna come up to your seated position. All right. Put both feet in front of you. Let's start with our right leg. Bring your right leg over. Make sure it's flat. Take your left arm, twist it over your knee. Your right hand should be flat behind you, and just twist. Remember to breathe through these and take your time in them. All right, let that one go. From here, we're gonna take our other foot, so take your left foot, cross it over your right hand, crossing over, your left hand behind you and twist. You should really feel this one stretching. Stretches your back, stretches your quad or your hamstring right there. And just breathe through it.
Yeah, really good for the lower back as well.
All right, and then bring your feet. You're gonna sit with your knees bent in front of you again. Put your arms behind you. And you're gonna lift up into our tabletop. This is really gonna be working your arms. You should feel it burning in your arms. Just hold it. And
Yep. Be as straight as possible if you can. Pull yourself up.
all right, let down from that. Let's go through that one more time, and then we'll put all three of these activities together. All right, so remember, starting on our tummy to our locus, and we're going to pull up and just hold this for a couple seconds and breathe through it. All right, let that down. Come back to your seated position. Start with your right foot crossing over your left hand crossing over your body, your right hand behind. Twist and breathe. All right, let that one go. Shake out that leg. Switch your legs. Switch your arms. Breathe through it. All right, shake that out, remember. Then we're gonna go back to our reverse tabletop. Your feet in front, your hands behind. Remember your fingertips are facing your toes. And you're just going to lift up. Remember, even though yoga is using slow movements, you are really focusing on your muscular strength. Because remember, your muscular strength is the amount that you can do in one bout of exercise instead of multiple. So when we're holding a pose, we're only doing one bout. So we're really working on our muscular strength right there. All right, let's go back to activity 1. And we're gonna move through all 3 of these in one big sequence. So all 3 of our sequences into one. So remember, we're gonna start with our down dog. Fingers spread, feet and hands shoulder length apart. V, make your neck and your head in a straight line. Try and push your feet flat as much as you can. And then we're gonna try around right here. Remember, elbows 90 degrees down. Push up, put your feet down behind you, and up into our up dog. Just hold this one here a little bit. All right, let that go. All right, go ahead and stand up because we're moving to our activity 2. It starts with our dancer's pose. If our PowerPoint will work. Oops, too far. All right, so dancer's pose, remember, if you need a wall or anything, go right ahead. Take your foot, reach your arm, reach your foot, and hold. All right, let that go slowly. Walk back a little bit. You're gonna find the mat with your hands and then your elbows, still keeping your fingers spread. And they're shoulder width apart. Same with your feet, up on your toes to dolphins. Stay up on your toes, make that V. Good job, guys, breathe through that one. And then we're going to move into our cobra. So it's almost going to be like we're doing chaturanga, but we're just going right into cobra. Remember, our feet are the same as they're in up dog, but we're not lifting our body up. We're just lifting our chest to the sky. Breathe through that one. All right, shake that out. And we're going to get ready here to move into our locust. All right, so we're still on our tummy for this. Remember, your palms face up to the sky. And we're going to lift up, lift our chest, our palms, and our feet. If you can, feel free to leave your feet on the ground. Breathe through it. And release that. Find yourself back up and into your seated position. And we're gonna do our twist. Start with your right foot over your left. Your left arm comes over, your right is behind you, and you twist your body. Remember, take your deep breaths. And release that, shake that out. Switch your leg. Take your right arm over this time. And just breathe through it. All right, let that one out. All right, let's get our feet and our hands shoulder width apart in front of us. Make sure your fingers are spread. You're gonna come up to a full 90 degrees with your knees into our reverse tabletop. And up. And just breathe through this pose. You're gonna feel this one. It might hurt, it might burn, but that's all because we're working on our muscular strength and endurance here, boys and girls. Breathe through that. All right, let it go. And that was an awesome job today, boys and girls. I know that might be challenging for some, and others might love that more than regular muscular strength and endurance. But whatever you do for strength is helping your strength. So whatever suits you, that's what you should do. All right.
Yeah, well said. No, yeah, you got it.
All right, so the review for our assessment, just like every week, we have a question for you on Flipgrid that we want you to respond to. You can either use this link that's provided, or you can use your phone and take a picture and scan this code. So our question for you today is, how does yoga and flexibility help with our muscular strength and endurance? Remember, I was talking to you guys about that as we were working through some of the poses.
Mm-hmm.
And for our next class, you again will need just a yoga mat and or a towel or a soft piece of ground that you won't hurt your back on. All right, so awesome job this week, boys and girls. We look forward to hearing from you guys on Flipgrid to see what we're gonna be working on next week. Hope to see you guys again.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.